Greetings students and welcome to another week of exciting keywords and concepts videos. So here in week 7 we are moving on to the British. We have 2 whole weeks of the British like we had 2 weeks of the Spanish. Kind of influential on the nation. What language are we speaking? So we're going to do 2 weeks on the British. First thing we need to go over though as we're discussing the British is the Protestant Reformation. Now, hopefully this is review for most of you, but if it's not, useful information. So, brief history lesson. In 1517, Martin Luther, who was a monk actually, posted his 95 Theses on a door in Germany. He nailed his theses up. Actually, fun fact, completely unrelated to the Protestant Reformation, PhD students in England still do this. When they're done with their dissertation, they have to go nail it to a door. It's how you present your work to the world, or at least how they did it before the internet, right? So this happens in 1517, and what Martin Luther was complaining about were the really obvious hypocrisies and just outright corruption in the Catholic Church. At this point, we have multiple popes who had children, like multiple popes who had children. We had uncles and nephews, and it was just crazy, right? It was really getting nuts. Also remember, at this point, the Catholic Church is in charge of Europe, right? All of those leaders have to answer to the Pope, right? Because that's the ultimate leader. So we have a lot going on with this Protestant Reformation. It's not just about religion. It's never just about religion. So we fast forward about 60 some odd years, and we get to King Henry VIII, who really struggled to get himself a male heir, which is fun because now in modern times, we know that men determine the sex of the children. So we know that that was his fault and not his wives. But back in the day, they did not. So he kept offing his wives, thinking, maybe I'll get a son with the next one. But eventually he got to the point where he needed a divorce. And they don't like that in the Catholic Church. So he created his own church to get a divorce. And that's how we get the Church of England, right? So it was supposed, in very big word, to be a Protestant English version of the church. It was so not, guys. All he did was raid them for gold and then let them keep doing exactly what they were doing. The church services didn't change. Nothing changed. It was identical. But if we remember, this wasn't about religion. It was about power and money, right? England no longer had to obey the Pope. Everyone else still does. Everyone else is still beholden to the Roman Catholic Church, but now England is not. Meanwhile, there's a bunch of folks in England who genuinely wanted a Protestant church in their country and didn't get it, who are very upset. All right, we'll get into them a little bit more in our next keywords and concepts video.